Good morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you're getting to watch. Wayne at Grover's Corner here. We're going to do a little experiment. We've all seen these in Home Depot and everywhere else. These light and go bonfire. We've all seen this, but I've never done one. And I don't know who else has done one. So I just thought I'm going to go ahead and light it in the solo fire pit and see how it works. A little bit of a review for all of us that have wandered by these and never bought one to see what would happen. Let's see. All right, so apparently I think there's a wick underneath here. Okay. I don't know. Huh. Let's read the directions. Oh, look at that little countersunk. Interesting. Let's see. All right. Wick up and centered on level dry. Wick up, so that must be considered the wick. Have water or working fire extinguisher available for immediate use before lighting in case you burn your house down. Anyway. All right. Blah, 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 blah. Well, it doesn't say exact, but I think I'll just go ahead and use a lighter to see if that quote-unquote wick lights. All right, so vague directions, and hold on now. This is actually a good one. Oh, there we go. Ooh, look at that. Oh, it's like a little torch. I love it. Okay, so that worked. And then, of course, we're going to do what it's not necessarily designed to do, which is put it in the solo fire pit, because that can only make it more interesting. Oh, wow. I thought there were two handles on this, but now anyone that loves the solo fire pit like I do, or fires, can't help but be like, you know what? That looks good. That looks good. All right, so oh, it's gonna be so interesting. These things could be really fun. This was like $11.98, $11.99, so it's $12. It was on sale according to where I got it at Ralph's in La Jolla, which is an expensive Ralph's, of course. I think it said normal $15.99. I've never bought one before, so I don't know if they always go for $16 or if they're on sale for $12. But this looks like it's to be fun. Oh, by the way, according to the tag, burn time's supposed to be an hour and a half, and it is 7:03. So let's just call it. I lit it a minute ago. Let's call it 7 o'clock. All right, and we'll see what we get. I'm gonna go to hyperlapse and high speed and watch it that way. Wow, so far, I took my watch off. It's only been a few minutes, but so far, it's pretty nice, pretty fun. Nice little fire. You can bring this to the beach. You can bring this anywhere. It's self-contained as long as it's not on something flammable. Surprisingly, those cuts go all the way through, which all the years I looked at these things, I thought it would just be on the top, but those cuts go all the way through. Whereas a traditional Swedish torch, when you cut one, you don't cut it all the way through. But, you know, this is a store-bought Swedish torch, or a cookie cutter Swedish torch, or what do you want to call it? All right, believe it or not, the first 15 minutes plus is up. And I know I only did like 6 seconds on the video because hyperlapse is hyperlapse. But Look at that. That's a fun little torch right there. The question is, you know, is it being any more efficient since it's in the solo fire pit? Probably no. Well, let's see. Probably no heat has come out. Okay, so it's ice cold on the outside, barely warm. Obviously, I couldn't have kept my hand there if it was hot, so it's not hot. So there's no solo fire pit action adding to it right now. But I've never watched one of these before. Maybe the whole thing will burn down. All that birch wood will light on fire. It looks like a beautiful suite. If you look way inside, and you see that nice flamage. It's a nice burn. Very nice burn. So we'll see what happens when the whole thing is on fire. What happens when all the outside of the wood's on fire? We'll see. All right, it's hot at the top inch. So no solo fire pit action, but definitely a cool little Swedish fire torch. It has been over half an hour. So when they say an hour and a half, you know, I bought the biggest one, by the way. There were different sizes. Like, they were all $12, but some of them were half that size, smaller diameter and shorter. So, of course, me being me, I bought the biggest one I could find so we could do a good test. Let's continue. All right, so altogether it's been, I think, 50 minutes. Sucker looks pretty good. I mean, obviously it's got to be burning better than it would at a bonfire at the beach because of being in the solo fire pit. You know, I don't think all that flame outside would be happening. It would have just fallen over. You know, if you see the bark, you know, the bark is right here. It's kind of falling off of it. Right. Let's see what's going on. Ow! Woo! All right. You have solo fire pit hitting terminal velocity. And I'm thinking, Doi, you're seeing a little bit of the fingers of flame that I call them. So I think this canned, I'm going to call it a canned solo, no, a canned Swedish torch, off the shelf Swedish torch that you buy. Wow, look at that, came out at the perfect time. I mean, it's really raging right there. And you can just see the heat of the solo fire pit coming into play. So this canned, look at those fingers of flame. Whoop, drop the camera. Look at that. That to me is beautiful. So it works great in the solo fire pit. Don't know how it works outside of it, but wow. So they had said an hour and a half on the box, you know, on the tag. I know the Hyperloop, it's gone for like 45 minutes, and it only recorded 16 seconds. That's the way it goes. So put it back in high speed and come back and see what's going on. But that's pretty much perfect. I mean, if you're going to throw one thing into your solo fire pit, just throw it in there, let it go, light it, and walk away. I mean, this is looking like a really good idea. More than I expected. Stoked. Well, it burned down, fell apart. If it wasn't in the solo fire pit, I'm not so sure it'd still be burning, because all those pieces would have just fallen in all different directions. I may have to do a video where it's not in the solo fire pit to compare. Either way, great little fire in a solo fire pit. Not sure if the battery's going to hold out for the rest of the video, so we'll see with the hyperlapse, but it's just going to slowly die. All right, well, it was advertised for an hour and a half, and it's been an hour and 20 minutes, about so. Let's mess with it though. And also, it's a great base. I mean, if there was other stuff we wanted to do, it'd be easy peasy. In fact, we probably will. Let's see. Whoa. Super hot. Super hot. Woo. Ow, my. All right, well, let's throw a little cedar in. Beautiful thing about the solo fire pit, man, you can throw a lot of wood on red hot coals in any fire pit, but they don't light up that fast. Look at that. All right, I'm going to let this go.